against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
And the Mustangs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Past the 30. Makes the catch and he's free. Touchdown Mustangs! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking for a man, it's Mateer. Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like before.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Going to take a shot at this DB. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rough.
But look at this, they're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. Here's the pressure. He's going to let it go. And that one falls incomplete, a huge stand by the defense.
That's a great job there by the defense here early.
For the ball, and we're ready for action. Fielded in the end zone, it's Taylor. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Taylor has it. Creates a little room. Got enough for the first. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. Sellers. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. To the air. It's Sellers. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asked to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Sellers from the gun on third down. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down.
I think that's an example there.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Fourth down, Sellers. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on fourth down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
I love the job by the receiver there on the curl route against zone coverage because he finds the soft spot, but he also does a nice job coming back to the football, and it's not easy. When your quarterback's got a cannon like this guy does, and he's throwing a bullet at you.
He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. All kinds of room to the right. The 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown, UTEP. The defense putting points on the board.
And that is a defensive lineman's dream. Ball on the ground, pick it up, make some moves, take it all the way to the house. Palmer, I did think he was going to run out of oxygen.
Yeah, David, I don't know if that guy's ever run that far in his life. They're going to have to get him some oxygen on the sideline soon because he's got to go back on the field right away.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Gonna run it. It's done. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Might as well give it to him again. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6. The Longhorns moving quickly to the line.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
That's caught. It's Johnson. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's all stopped. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Rides the back, gives it on the option. Wildcat look didn't get much, picked up a few on that one.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 3rd down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Dropping back, it's Harrington. Caught. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
To the air on 2nd down. Bringing the heat. Hauls it in. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. That's the end of the quarter, and UTEP has the lead. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. The run inside. It's done. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. And the Longhorns will hustle to the line.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Under fire. Trying to make magic with his feet. Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it at the 16.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Pressure coming. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
I mean, that's a really good response by this defense. They gave up some yards, they got in the red zone, but made a big play on 3rd down. Now, forcing the decision for this offense.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. They're throwing for it on 4th down. It's complete to the right. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Dropping back, it's Harrington. Under fire! It's a fumble on the play. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pocket breaking down. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
And these are the ones that they just add up, and they're so frustrating for a defender. Trust me, I'm a defensive guy. It's just annoying. You get him in 3rd and medium. They're going to pass the football. You play the pass well, but man, does he have a good feel, and he just pulls it down, and it's almost like he knew exactly where he had to get.
Beck's going for the goal line, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And I love love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Here's Sellers to throw. Quick completion on the out route. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Makes it past the marker. Maybe a crease. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
And these third downs obviously are so crucial, and that's why you call them the money down. But just to get the drive started, man, you get the third down, you get a little bit nervous. Nice job executing, running the football, moving the sticks, and now keeping this drive.
Caught, and he's got room. Touchdown, Miners! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to throw, it's Harrington. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Takes it the other way. He takes it.
Welcome to the National Championship game at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. It's the UTEP Miners against the Ball State Cardinals. Kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. And it's fielded. Returner trying to make something happen. Stopping at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. He'll hand it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. The Miners come up to the line in the hurry-up.
This is exactly what pops up on film in preparing for this defense. His recognition, getting into the backfield, stopping plays before they ever get started. Look how fast he recognizes what's going on and then his instincts to go make the tackle. Well, this is a solid job offensively. After that first down play, it puts them behind the chains. Now they're able to get themselves in a position where they've got a manageable third down opportunity. At least as a play caller, now you feel like you've got more at your disposal rather than straight drop back pass.
They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
Boy, always nice to convert that first third down of the game and to do it on the ground. That's just a signal for the offensive line that they can own the line of scrimmage. That is a great sign for this offense moving forward, and it really takes a lot of pressure off of that quarterback.
Fighting him off. Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line.
This defense has got to play better up front, in particular on first down. This offense continues to just gain yards on first down, churning out 4, 5, 6 yards, and staying out of obvious passing situations. This defensive line has got to start winning their...
He's got space. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
These are the type of run plays that can build into future success. I know it doesn't look like much, right? It's second down, you move the chains, that's all great. But that's the exact type of run that you can play off of later in the...
Open field ahead. Who's in the clear? Inside the 10. Touchdown, UTEP. They strike first in this national title bout. A tremendous start for this offense, right down the field, into the end zone, handling the moment, executing in this national championship game. And both coaches told us the importance of a start in this big game.
Well, you can't have a better start than you had right there. And we talk about momentum all the time. We talk about rhythm all the time. There is no better way to establish both of those than an early score. Terrific job of game planning and then execution by this group to stick it in the end zone early in this game.
Looking for some space, it's Ray.
Well, the key to third down success is being good on first down, and here the defense does a great job on first down of bowing up and stopping the run, and that's the key to this thing. If you can create long yardage situations, now they have to throw the football, and that pass rush can start getting after it. I know it doesn't look like much, but I really like that play. Chris, first of all, you're getting yourself in a more manageable third down situation, and the entire point of this thing is to move the chains. So creating this situation is not bad for the offense.
First down here for this offense.
Nice job by this offensive line up front and the running back. Good vision, finding...
Oh, and he's in the clear now. Here he goes. Goes out of bounds, but a nice chunk of yardage there. He's across the 45.
That's a good find by this quarterback to move the chains and create another first down. And now you got to keep this momentum going. Take this ball and try to move it all the way down the field and put it in the end zone.
Powers through.
Well, now this defense is in a perfect situation. You're creating an obvious passing situation for the offense, and you can get these pass rushers going. Get them out on the edge, let them get after the quarterback, and create havoc in the backfield.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Here comes the pressure. Extending the play now. No room to run. They bring him down for no gain.
This secondary is doing a heck of a job. There's really nowhere to throw that ball, but I got to give a lot of credit to this quarterback because Chris, he just took what he could get and created a positive play out of something that really wasn't there.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. That's enough to move the sticks and give him a first down at the 41. The linebacker shifting around now. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Well, this is exactly what you need to do on 1st down is continue to stay on schedule and keep your quarterback out of those long yardage passing situations. The run game is doing a good job, and you got to give the credit to the offensive line. Continue to churn yards on 1st. This has always been a pet peeve of mine from a quarterback perspective is these nondescript run plays against what is clearly a run-oriented defense. You've got to have the opportunity to throw play action, create some sort of little RPO, give the decision to the quarterback and not just calling this on the sideline.
They need 5 yards here on 4th down to keep the drive alive. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. But it's incomplete. The defense makes a 4th down stop. That's going to be a turnover on downs for the offense. offense will kick this deep to get us going. Fields it just outside the goal line. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. He's got some space. Look out. That'll pick up first down yardage very near the 40.
Well, Chris, finally they get that run game going. I've been asking them to run it better on first down. They finally do, and here, lo and behold, they move the chains. Good job up front. Running back gets loose, and now you got a first down.
Solid gain, moves the ball to a 43.
These run plays don't look like much, but I'm telling you, they are vital to keep them on schedule, create those short yardage second and third down opportunities.
Inside the 45. Breaks into the clear. Now here he goes. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Miners.
Well, you can't start any better than that as an offense. You get that ball and you go right down the field for a score.
It's blocked. They scoop it up. After the block PAT, the special teams coach hoping for better execution here on the kickoff. Return begins inside the 10. He steps out at the 22, and that's where the drive will begin. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Fighting off the defender. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there.
Keeping the defense honest with the run game, always important. Plus, this offense is staying on schedule.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And the tailback's got it again. Got an opening here. You bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain. Great start for the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. They'll test the right side here. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
That is way too easy. This defense has got to adjust on first down. You've got to get up there and stop the run. If you can just hand the football off on first down and get first downs, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And now a carry here for the fullback. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. Here's a carry for the fullback. And he's brought down after a short gain, does not make the first down yardage. Third down play for this offense. They've got him in the backfield. Nowhere to go, a 2-yard loss.
Well, that is exactly how to stop these quarterback-designed runs. You got to be aggressive up front and win your one-on-ones. Look at these guys, these defensive linemen. They are winning. They're getting into the backfield, and there's nowhere to go for this quarterback.
Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. He'll be ruled down there, but a 4th down conversion with plenty to spare. There's a 1st and 10 play. The back's got it. Great cut there.
Well, I know every defense wants to play great and get off the field on third down, but they're not giving themselves a chance, and this is happening on first down. You give up gains like this running the football, you don't really have a chance. You're playing behind the 8 ball, and this defense has got to fix that on first down.
He's going to take off here. He goes out of bounds, but they're just outside the 10.
When you talk with quarterbacks, and in particular quarterback coaches, coordinators, play callers, they'll tell you that the mark of a great player at this position is a guy that can pick up 2 to 4 first downs with his legs. Sometimes it's not always going to be a quarterback run designed by the play, but the ability to improvise, get on the outside, and move those chains. What a beautiful job. Stopping the run is about being sound fundamentally and schematically. You got to be where you're supposed to be in your gap, but then you got to fight. And this defense is fighting off blocks, making tackles. They're doing a really nice job.
Testing the right side here. And he muscles into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
That is exactly what the doctor ordered in this situation. Tight ball game, and they drive the length of the field. Great execution from everyone on the offensive side to go all the way down the field and put it in the end zone.
Extra point puts it in front by 1. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Taylor. And he stopped at the 18. Returner tried to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. They'll run it here. And tackled after a small pickup there. It's Georgia on top right now. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Here comes a handoff. They'll tackle him at the 27. Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 27. And they pick up the first on the ground. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Chris, there are some players that when they have the ball in their hands, they just hate to be tackled. And that's this guy. He's always fighting for extra yardage, and here he's able to get 2, 3, 4, 5 extra yards after contact.
Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line. Second down after that run on the previous play. On the ground, it's Jackson. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain. And the Miners looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Can he make it to the marker? They stop him, but it's a first down.
Chris, those are the little hidden yards that just kill you as a defense. They did everything right. They're in position. They just have to make the tackle. But the running back is a plush runner. When it's blocked for 3, he gains 5. And here, again, falling forward for the first down. I've always been a big believer that you build defenses front to back and inside out. There is nowhere to go in the middle of this field right now. They're doing a great job of not allowing that offensive line to gain traction at the line of scrimmage. It's a beautiful stop right there. Really nowhere to go in the middle. Yeah, Chris, I like this play right here because after a 2nd and 10, what you want is just a manageable 3rd down. I've always thought, like, hey, get half of this back, create a 3rd down that's more manageable for the play caller and for the quarterback, and that's exactly what they've done here.
And the Bulldogs simply cannot get their defense off the field here. They're pounding away with their running game. It's 1st and 10. He's got a crease. As the first down is still going. He goes out of bounds, but he's inside the 25.
Well, that's as easy as it gets for an offense, just handing the football off, the offensive line doing some work. They have done a great job today running the football, and here on first down, you move the chains, you just continue to get that ball moving down the field.
The Miners lining up here on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Sellers. Catch made on the out route. They bring him down to the 13. This offense really threatening now to score. It'll be first down.
What an advantage for this offense that they have players that they can dump the ball off to on short completions, and then they can take it yards after the catch and create explosive plays. And here, again, it's about timing, getting the ball out quickly, and then the playmaking ability of these players on the outside. Well, Chris, it's kind of like rinse and repeat on these sets of downs here. Quality run on first down, move the chains on second and third down, and stay on the field. This line is doing one heck of a job, in particular on first down.
And he shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker. This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on third down, trying to force a field goal. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
I think his best strength is havoc plays. He's constantly in the backfield. It doesn't matter if you're throwing the football, he's after the quarterback. You're running the football, he's in the backfield, tackling the running back. He's constantly in the backfield, which is just a pressure situation if you're on offense.
And the Miners will come to the line on fourth down, hoping to keep this drive going. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. But it's incomplete. A fourth down stop. Turnover on downs. The coach's choice to go for it does not pan out.
Well, what an opportunity they had right there to cut into this lead for the opposition, but now their defense has to go out there and bow up. The last thing you want to do is go down 2 possessions going into the locker room.
Keeping it on the ground here. Heads out of bounds after a solid game.
That's just a really nice job by the running back and the offensive line. They're persistent in the run game, and it pays off for a first down.
On first down, they'll keep the running game churning. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
I think the mark of a great defense is not just a defense that can get off the field and create stops, but it's also a defense that builds into those stops. For me, it's negative yardage plays. When you can go out there and create a loss and tackle for loss, now you're really doing something. They're able to do that right here.
The Bulldogs hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. They get him down after the return, but that interception could be enormous.
I always wonder, Chris, just how quickly these quarterbacks can forget about a mistake. And listen, they're going to happen. You're going to throw interceptions. But the great ones come back right away, and they play better because of them. We'll see how he reacts the rest of the game.
They'll crank up the tempo here on second down. The time is running out. Stop for no gain defense. Very stubborn here down near the goal line.
Well, that's going to bring up third and goal, and on third down in a goal-to-go situation, I always think about players and not plays. Who are your best guys? What are your best matchups? And how do you get the
Powers to the end zone. Touchdown, UTEP. That's a great drive. Perfect call and execution to take the lead before halftime. Important because the other side gets the football, Joel, to begin the third quarter.
I don't think you can overstate the importance of a drive like that and a score like that. All these coaches talk about the middle section of the game, winning.
Oh, a fumble here. Can you believe it? The offense able to fall on the football. Lucky to maintain possession there. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. This will likely be the last play of the half. And here's the handoff. He's past the marker and still going. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. Bulldogs will kick it off to begin the second half. He's going to return it from near the goal line. The coverage team brings him down at the 26. Here comes the Bulldogs offense back on the field. Looking for a fast start, trying to take control of the game here in the third quarter. Oh, the pocket collapsing. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
It looks to me like this quarterback is really struggling seeing the defense. This is just zone defense, and you can tell he's not very comfortable, and he's sitting in the pocket. He doesn't understand where his eyes should start and where he should go with the football, and because of that, the indecision leads to a sack. He really needs to start locating the safety right at the snap to understand the...
It's caught, and he's got a lane. And he'll be brought down. Crucial third down play after that completion. The big fullback's got it here. He shreds the tackle. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Chris, I love in these short yardage situations when they're able to just get the quick hitter with the fullback. It's so difficult to stop for the defense, and always a treat for the fullback to get his hands on the football.
Georgia setting up with a 1st and 10 now. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Hit as he released it. Oh, he makes the catch! He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Man, seeing a passing game in rhythm is so fun to watch, and here this quarterback is clearly in rhythm, playing with a lot of confidence, and he gets this ball all the way down the field. It's a nice play by the wide receiver. It's just great execution all the way around.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. He's running out of time here. They bring him down, but a nice first down gain in the scramble. He's just short of the marker.
This is exactly what makes this quarterback so effective, is you can do everything right down the field. The secondary is preventing this ball from going down the field, and yet he uses the athleticism to get himself into a short yardage. Now, you look at this down and distance, this is a great time to be aggressive, convert, try to do all the things that put pressure on the defense.
Offense set for the 6th play in this drive. Ball handed off. Gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
Oh, that's a really good job by the defense. Being gap sound, there's nowhere to go for this running back because of the fundamental football being played on the opposite side. This defense is where they need to be, and then they're making the tackle. Really good job defensively.
Tackle made at the 24-yard line. This offense really threatening now.
Chris, you're supposed to build the defense front to back and inside out. None of that happens here. This offense hits them right down the middle. That is way too easy. They're going to have to change this scheme immediately. Call something different on defense right now.
Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
When we talk with these coaches, they talk about the key for the defensive lineman, in particular in the middle of that line, is block destruction. Look at him get off the block, and he's able to make a play, this time in the backfield.
He's wide open. Look out. He's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The penalty backs the defense up even more. Now 1st and goal from the 1. They feed the fullback this time. And no, they stop him short of the goal line. It'll bring up 2nd and goal. The Dogs will come to the line to crank up the tempo. And the fullback takes a turn running the football. No, he doesn't get in. They rise up and stop him short of the end zone.
It is tough sledding on this defense right now in the red zone. There are just not enough seams. I think they need to get to some sort of misdirection, maybe get the quarterback outside of the pocket, move side.
Touchdown, Dogs! And they go on top here in the second half.
What a job by the big fellas up front. To be able to run the football in this field position, you've got to have an offensive line that can just overpower the defensive line. That's a beautiful feeling as a quarterback, as a running back, and as a play caller. You got 5 guys up front that are just winning.
On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. He'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal now.
What a job by this offensive line. Trust me, it is difficult to run the football down here inside the 5, in particular on a 2-point play. And they're able to open up a hole here, and the running back finds the seam, and it's good.
Bringing it out, it's Taylor. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. It's Georgia on top right now. We've reached the end of the third. Time is running out to cut into this lead. Let's check out the game stats before we go on. We're set now for the fourth quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Ball handed off. And the Miners moving quickly down the field here.
This O-line is doing work. Doesn't have to be a big gain in the run game to be successful. Here in a short yardage situation, they're able to just hand it off and let the big fellas up front do work. And they're able to pick up that first down. Good job up front.
They're going to run it here. They bring him down, but a solid 9-yard gain sets up a second and short.
It's a nice game, but at this point in the game, they need to get some chunk plays down the field. This quarterback is going to have to start taking some chances against this secondary.
Here's the second down play. Tackle, but first down.
Well, it doesn't always have to be pretty, and it doesn't always have to be dominant. You just got to move the chains. We need first downs here as an offense. They're able to do that with a nice little run.
Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, really good job by this defense. Look at him just swarm the ball carrier. He's got nowhere to go. It's just really a no-chance carry for the ball carrier. And a great tackle in the backfield.
Solid run. Tackle at the 45-yard line.
It's a nice run, but at this point in the game, they need to get some chunk plays down the field.
Here we go. Crucial play coming up. It's third down and 3. They'll try to run for the first down. Running with purpose. They move the ball to the 48 and earn a fresh set of downs. This running back just continues a monster performance in this championship game. Joel, they're feeding the hot hand. Interesting to see how they play it in this must-score drive.
Chris, I think a lot of it depends on what the defense does here. As they get conservative, why not allow your running back to chew up these yards? With this situation and the points that you need, I think you can still go to him.
Tackle is made, just a short gain after the completion. Makes it second and long. It's tough against a defense like this. We've reached the 2-minute timeout as this offense tries to stage a dramatic comeback and win the game late. Tight game, final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? And they desperately need it. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. That's caught. It's Ray fighting off the defender. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
The back is always a good option in the passing game, and the quarterback knows that he has a guy that is very consistent catching the ball out of the backfield. I think the defense is going to have to adjust. This is a first down. It's an easy first down. They're going to have to start doing something in their scheme to stop the running back out of the backfield. It's something I love about this defense is their discipline. Look at them stay in their rush lanes, get a nice stop.
The long drive continues. The offense pushing the ball down the field. Looking to pass here on second down. The pocket breaking down. He'll avoid the sack, but is brought down after a short gain.
Chris, this is such a frustrating play for a defense. They do everything right. Coverage unit covers everybody up. There's nowhere to throw the football, and yet this quarterback is able to get loose, use his athleticism, and stay ahead of the chains. He makes the offense right, even when the defense is doing its job.
They convert on third down and move the football to the 25. The Miners come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain. And now a timeout called by the offense as their first. They'll still have 2 available as we approach the end of this game. The Miners trying to cash in here in the red zone. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. He's got space. Has a path to the end zone. Touchdown, Miners. They take the lead in the final minute.
Chris, there is nothing better than playing great when greatness is needed. You're down. It's inside of a minute. This offense had to have it, and they're able to put it in the end zone. That is great stuff from this group.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT up and good. So the lead is 4 here in the final quarter. So after taking the lead, they'll kick it off here and hope the defense can hold on. They'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. They'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He fires downfield, and it falls incomplete.
No. You can't make that throw as a quarterback. The defense is all over that. The eyes are in the backfield. It's zone coverage. They know exactly where he's looking, and he's staring at his intended target the entire time. That throw has got to go in a different direction.
Offense needs points quickly here, trying to dial up some explosive plays. Let's see what they've got called. Looking deep for late-game heroics. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Tackle made after a big gain. So it's a first down here. The clock is stopped temporarily, but they'll get to the line quickly. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, you're not going to execute this comeback unless you can protect your quarterback, and here he's hit as he throws. If this O-line can give him some time, he's going to be able to find somebody down the field, but again, it always comes down to protection.
Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Pressure is coming. And they'll trap him for a sack. Big play by this defense. And a timeout taken by the offense. 18 seconds on the clock. So late in this 4-point game, they're going to go for it on fourth down. This could be the game here. Hit just as he throws the ball. This one falls incomplete on fourth down. It's a turnover on downs.